I'm Misty Madron. I'm an English language arts teacher for 5th and 6th grade. I've been in education for 15 years and currently at my school for 1 year. I'm at a preparatory academy east of Dallas, and I had been being recruited by my principal for the last 2 years. Since I'm completing my first year, I thought this was a great time to meet with my principal in that upward boss relationship to kind of see where I may be going in leadership at my school. Since we're in our second semester, I'm really starting to feel comfortable with my new environment, and it seemed just natural to really initiate this conversation about career planning and just kind of discuss, like what it talks about in chapter 1 of bosses, coworkers, and building great work relationships, of initiating that conversation with your boss and kind of getting some direction and feel for where I may be going in my career. Before that meeting took place, I took the time, as it's suggested in the book, to really kind of go over what my goals were, what I foresaw for myself in the near future, and self-evaluate what my skill set was, what I was good at, where I was lacking. As I was doing that, I began meeting with my peers, other teachers that I work with, which also led me to kind of lean into chapter 8, where it's, integrating in with in a new place, because I am new. I am a first year teacher at this school. So I kind of got to blend both of those things in while I was leaning into those peers and asking for feedback of my strengths and my weaknesses. Things I wrote down before the meeting included things like what I saw my future self doing as far as educational leadership. And one of those things was I foresee myself leading as a team lead amongst my upper elementary school teachers. I also foresee myself maybe doing some instructional coaching, as well as eventually an administrative role. After I met with my peers, I also took what their feedback was and kind of used that to affirm where I thought I was doing well and areas I needed growth before I met with my boss. Also decided what I foresaw as success for me personally, and what was important for me to achieve in the near future and over the next few years. As we began the meeting together, I thanked her for her time and availability to me to meet with me, as it talks to us about in chapter 1. I walked through my self-reflection and recapped highlights that I had achieved from this past school year, and shared my vision for where I would like to see myself leading in the next few years. The strengths that I shared with my boss were emotional intelligence, that I do well guiding people, and I also am good at casting vision for future things. Next, I opened myself up for feedback from her. Once I opened myself up from feedback, she really revisited the highlights that I'd spoke on, and told me where she thought I excelled, where she thought I could strengthen myself, and where I had areas of growth. She did affirm in me that she already has planned for me a role of leadership for next year, that I will be leading the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade teachers as a team lead in my department, which I'm very excited to take on that leadership. She also did say that in that leadership role that I will be expected to meet with other team leads monthly and receive feedback from them as well, and as well as meeting with her ongoing to receive feedback, which I was very excited about. Those were things that I was going to request during that time of feedback, and was very encouraged by the meeting that I had with her. At that time, we wrapped up, and I went back to my room. I made a list of things that we talked about. I made some SMART goals, wrote down some actionable steps that I need to take to grow towards those leadership, and as well as started preparing for a new leadership role of team lead for those upper elementary grades. I also followed up with my principal to ensure that we would be able to have ongoing meetings aside from my leadership role of team lead. To really lean in and talk about the future of my leadership, to receive feedback and growth so that I may reach those other goals of being an instructional coach as well as an administrator. So I'm excited about growing this relationship, learning from her, and really being mentored into a leader that I desire to be.